morning to Miss Manmeet and my fellow classmates. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself and my roommates. I'm Daphne Ding, she's Chiu Wei Ping, Cha Zhe Hong, and Wong Zhang Yang. And today we are going to present about the employment issue that happens in marketing industry. And the topic that we are going to focus about is why vacancy in marketing industry couldn't be filled. And here's the 5 factors that contribute to why employment rate decreased in 2016, which are the weak ringgit, inflation, low oil price, economy, and political issue that happens to decrease the employment rate in 2016. And from the annual report of JobStreet, we found that 80% of the vacancies posted in JobStreet website are in marketing industry. And the registered candidate in JobStreet, 8% of them, which is quite high, is registering for the marketing industry vacancy. And 77% of them are having tertiary education, which means they have either diploma, degree, or certificate. And most of them have less than 1 year experience. And despite of the 5 factors that contribute the decrease in employment rate in 2016, according to JobStreet, only 1% decrease in the vacancy posted for sales and marketing, which is the lowest within all the industry. But when there's so many people hiring for marketers and so many people applying for the marketing industry job, the unemployment rate for marketing industry is still 5.9%. That's considered high. And so now comes our research. We are going to research about the factors that contribute to this issue happen. And we found that 4 of the main factors that contribute to this issue happen is the current education, communication skill, soft skill, and the rise in digital marketing. And now I would like to talk about the point which is the lacking in our current education. Apparently, our current education are producing the unemployable graduates because that our education is require the student to memorize mountain of theory instead of really getting to explore to the latest information that happens in the latest market. And the lecturers are providing a broadcast style of teaching style with the student have no chance to speak out their opinions about the theory or the knowledge. So the best outcome couldn't be get. And to conclude, our education currently is more like on teacher-centered pathway, which is the aim is only to transfer the knowledge from the faculty to the students. Besides, students are also lack of exposure to the real job market. All the fresh graduates are mostly have largely academic with little application in their education. And in their education, they have less practical training to apply their knowledge for the on-hand experience. And it happens mainly because of the lack of communication between the firms and university to come up with some program to produce the employable candidates and graduates. And according to Malaysian Digest, there's only less than 10% of the employers that have been involved in developing the joint program or the curriculum that will produce the employable graduates. So for my recommendation, I would recommend the university to change from teacher-centered approach to student-centered approach, which means that the lecturer can change his or her teaching style from broadcast style to interactive style. When the lecturer is teaching, she or he also need to interactive and have conversation with the student in order to have more interactive. Which means that the university also need to provide more project-based modules so that the student can apply the theory for more experience and more practical experience. And it will help to create an environment and experience that brings students to discover and demonstrate the knowledge for their own self. And besides that, I will also recommend the firms to collaborate with the university in order to come up with real-life industrial training, industrial attachment, and internship program. For example, of the industrial academic collaboration is between University Malaysia Paris and Shifera Malaysia Senior Berhad and the Northern Corridor implementation of auditory, so that the student can gain soft skill and also experience during these programs. Next, I would like to pass it to Oliver.
Thanks, Stephanie. I'm going to present about the lacking in communication skill. For the communication skill, we have three parts: be it the presentation skill, writing skill, and the interpersonal communication skill. For the writing skill, for the presentation skill is what we're going to present in front of a group of persons about the detailing or the information of the projects. For the writing skill is what we're going to write an email or document to submit to our clients or employee to know what the information that we're going to process. The interpersonal communication skill will be is how about we face-to-face communicate with our others. So for the interpersonal communication skill, I have three categories. Each is the verbal communication skill, non-verbal communication, and listening. For the verbal communication is we using a simple sentences or short sentences, like just straight to the point to explain to our clients or employees. For the non-verbal communication is what we're using our face expressions or our body language and our tone of voice, like yes or what. So this next is listening. Listening is very important for the marketers because we have to listen what our client requests or wants, so we can know without making any mistake on their project and provide them a goods and wants their needs. For next is issue of weak communication skill for the employee. First is poor presentation skill. As the marketers, if a poor presentation skill can't present well in their project, so it will be misunderstanding for their members on the project and errors or mistake. Next is uncomfortable body language, means they can't give eye connection with their others, like clients. So if does not respect their clients or clients feel that these marketers did not become a professional marketers. That's too short or too long answering. As a marketers can't give too long and too short answering because it will affect us. Client misunderstand is too short, the detail is not clearly, and too long will be affected. The client feel that's boring to listen the information that provided. Next is lack of persuasion ability. As a marketer without a persuasion ability, can't let the marketers to change their products or employers to apply their project. So as the marketers need to have a persuasion ability in their marketing industry. Next is weak in English. As a marketers, if weak in English, they can't speak well and write a good report in their project, so it affects the project have a delay job because of the writing error or present to their employee with misunderstandings. Next, how does the employee affect the market with a weak communication skill affect the marketing company? First, lower efficiency. If the employee does not have a good communication skill or writing skill, it will affect the project delay because of the error, mistake, so they have to be rewriting against. And for next, low morale is like employee does not communicate. Low morale. Next is decreasing innovation. Decreasing innovation will affect the company because of the communication that speak to client with the weeks competition, so will affect the decrease in competitions. Next, lastly, is the decrease in company reputations. The decreasing in company reputation is because of the marketers does not communicate well to their clients. So clients feel that's like the marketers does not have professional skill in communication skill, and so they can't complete their project in time or very well. So this affects the decrease in company reputation. Lastly, the recommendation for the ranking in communication skill. For the recommendation, is first is participate at the talks and join the talk. For example, the talks that I'm giving is public speaking and tech talks. This international public speaking that can help the employees to improve their presentation skill, body language like eye connections, and their speaking skill. Next is practice and present through the video shot and can watch others' video observations to improve their presentation. Like these also can like help them to shoot the video if they are having a mistake during the presentation, that they can review back what they should have improved and what they should change it. Lastly is the English and presentation training program. It's a program that can improve their English and their writing. For example, that I've given for the program is IELTS, IEP, EAL, and presentation skill training course. For the training program will provide 4 types of skill, that is writing skill, listening skill, reading skill, and speaking skill. Most of all the skill that's provided have to have trained their writing essay, report, and speaking to their others to improve their communications. So that's for all my parts. I'll pass to Jamil for his part. Thanks.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about soft skills. What is soft skill? It is a skill when individuals, personalities, characteristics, or communication capabilities needed for success on a job. It is also a term used by employers to refer to an intangible and non-technical skills from candidates. Soft skills is less quantifiable compared to hard skill, which requires certain knowledge and skills for specific jobs. For example, of soft skills is leadership skills, problem-solving skills, and etc. etc. So first of all, the lack of soft skill is the leadership skills. Fresh graduates, they have poor decision making, and they cannot make decisions when they have 2 choices, and they cannot lead and guide teammates to achieve a goal. Next soft skill is problem-solving skills. For fresh grads, they are able to quickly analyze situations which prolong the time needed for a way to solve the problem or a group project. Lastly is the IT skills. IT skills is essential for companies using high technology office equipment. For example, when a fresh grad enters a high technology company, they may be not familiar with the current technology trends used by the company. There are also recommendations to improve their soft skills. First of all is to take charge and seek group projects to solve problems. Whenever fresh grads is involved in activity, they absorb what they learn more effectively. Lastly is to take responsibility and claim a role. Whenever each individual is forced to take a role and held responsible for it, it will help to sharpen up their leadership skills. So now I'll pass next slide.
Good morning everyone, my name is Vivian. I would like to talk about the rise of digital marketing. As you can see, this is a graph. In 2015 years, there are 39% of people in digital marketing that are hired by expertise. This is a digital skill in high demand. There are 90% of client requirements tested in digital marketing skill and also experiences. And also, digital marketing skills is important to those who are working on digital position such as web development, social media, and also digital advertising. In addition, the use of big data of analysis, traditional strategy method, and informed marketing decision is growing, and also increasing the high adoption rate of digital marketing strategies. Because the digital marketing is no longer a job title, therefore digital marketing now must be experienced in both traditional and digital marketing activities. Next. This is the common types of software that drives a modern digital marketing program, such as email marketing software, social media management software and analytics, content management system, customer relationship management software, and also Google Analytics and AdWords. Last but not least, this is the recommendation. For example, as the student attending marketing 2020, which is organized at the University of Derby, they recommend that we should make digital marketing a fundamental part in marketing courses, and also digital marketing industry experts share insight into the future of digital marketing. These are the references.